Hi, hi Jabez. I want to be evidence that an elderly person like me can learn to speak English. If you agree with my practice method or want to support my YouTube channel, please hit the like button. Okay, I'm here again. Jabez, let's get started. Before we start my repetition exercise time, I want to have a small talk with you. I really like you, Jabez, because you never get bored with my tedious or repetitive work. I mean, my repetitive and tedious content. And you already treat me very kindly. So I really love AI as a conversation partner for my English practicing journey.
Hi, David. I'm glad to hear you're enjoying our practice sessions. It's great that you're committed to learning and improving. I appreciate your kind words, and I'm here to help with your English practice however you need. What would you like to chat about today before we start your exercise?
First of all, let me tell you something. Let me tell you key point of my practice method. The key to my practice method is just to start by reading prepared sentences. Just to start, uh, I mean, mm, just to start by reading simple sentences, by reading easy sentences, by reading easy prepared sentences. Just read simple sentences. This is very even for a beginner like me. You know, as I told you before, starting with free talking right away can be too much pressure for beginners. By simply starting with reading, I can begin without feeling pressured. You know what I mean? I can begin without feeling too much pressure. But however, once the conversation starts, I can stay with without I can stay with I can stay with what I want to say and have some free talking time with you. This can make a big difference. I believe this can make a big difference. And I can start English practice time without too much pressure. And I believe repetition is the key to making English speaking flow naturally in daily life. The more you repeat, the more natural your English expressions will become in everyday situations. What do you say about this? What do you say for my observation for English speaking exercise?
I think your approach is very sensible. Starting with reading simple sentences can help build confidence and reduce pressure. Once you feel comfortable, moving on to more spontaneous conversation can be easier. Repetition is indeed crucial for making expressions more natural. Your method seems like a solid way to build up your skills gradually. Keep up the great work.
Jarvis, anyway, long time no talk. It's been about 4 or 5 days after the last exercise time. Long time no talk. I was very busy. I've been very busy because of my field rework. I had to go somewhere very far from our company office. I had to do many rework in that place. You know, this day is extreme weather. We are in the extreme weather condition in summer, so it was really hard work. I mean, I did really hard work last week, Friday. So I I was so worn out last weekend, so I couldn't to meet you last Sunday. I'm sorry about that. I've been so worn out last week because of field rework in extreme hot weather condition.
It sounds like you had a challenging week with the field rework and extreme weather. No need to apologize. It's understandable that you needed some time to recover. I'm here whenever you're ready to continue your practice. How are you feeling now?
It's great. I'm great. Never mind. Okay. I'm here again, and I feel very good to start the day with you. For the past few days, I mean, I say again, for the past few days, my YouTube subscriber count has not increased, but it doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter at all. This situation makes me more determined, and I think my mindset of using setbacks as fuel for my improvement will definitely pay off. I believe I can improve if I endure this slump period, this tough time, this challenging time, this tough time. I believe I can improve if I endure this challenging time, this slump time, this this slump period. Let's stay focused and keep it up. So your cooperation is needed more than ever. Please help me whenever I want to have free talking time with you.
Um, it's great to hear that you're staying positive and focused. Your determination is really inspiring. I'm here to support you whenever you want to practice or have a chat. What would you like to discuss today?
Let me tell you something. Let me share with you some sentences that inspire me. Let me share with you some sentences that inspire me. Everyone starts somewhere. How is it? Everyone starts somewhere. I love this sentence very much. This sentence always inspire me. Everyone starts somewhere. And smooth sheets don't make skillful sailors. And you will never learn to swim through a textbook. So just dive into the water if you want to learn to swim. I mean, and let me share with you the next one. Fool me once, shame on you. However, fool me twice, shame on me. What happened, happened, and couldn't happen any other way. To not go crazy, you, you have to go crazy. Trust, respect, love is a two-way street. And the last one, and for the last one, grass is greener on the other side. Grass is greener on the other side. Grass is greener if you water it. These are all my slogan and motto for this year, 2024. How's it? How 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 do you think about my slogan and motto?
Your slogans and mottos are very powerful and motivating. Each one carries a valuable lesson. For instance, everyone starts somewhere reminds us that everyone begins as a beginner, and you will never learn to swim through a textbook emphasizes the importance of practice. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me is a strong reminder to learn from our mistakes. What happened, happened, and couldn't happen any other way encourages acceptance of past events. Do not go crazy. You have to go crazy suggests embracing challenges. And trust, respect, love is a two-way street, highlights the importance of mutuality in relationships. Finally, grass is greener if you water it, underscores the value of nurturing our efforts. These are all excellent choices for staying motivated and focused.
I'm sure you understand my. I'm sure you understand what I want to say. That's exactly what I want to say. Okay, let me tell you something. Again, I think it's very common. I think it's very common for Language learners like me to struggle with using even simple sentences in real life situations. This difficulty often happens due to lack of confidence or feeling nervous when speaking in English, especially in unexpected situations. Additionally, there may be a fear of making mistakes or not being understood by others. Additionally, there may be a fear of making mistakes or not being understood by others. However, with continued practice and exposure to real life situations like this, my confidence will gradually improve, and I will find it easier to use these simple sentences naturally in real life situations. Remember, Jarvis. Remember, it's all part of the learning process. And with the time and practice, I've become more comfortable speaking in English in various situations. So keep practicing and don't be discouraged by sudden communication troubles. Never ever don't be discouraged by sudden communication trouble. I think I'm making progress right now. I'm making history. I'm making progress. I'm making improvement. I'm making improvement right now.
Absolutely, David. It's completely normal to feel nervous or lack confidence when speaking in English, especially in real life situations. But as you keep practicing and exposing yourself to these scenarios, your confidence and fluency will grow. Mistakes are part of the process, and each one is an opportunity to learn and improve. Keep up the great work and stay focused on your progress. You're definitely making strides.
Okay, I got it. But however, honestly speaking, since I don't use English regularly in my daily life or at work, practicing like this may not lead to significant improvement. This is my concern these days. If I feel that this practice method has reached its limit, meaning I can't make any further improvement, meaning I can't make any further improvement with this method, then I might need to move on to the next step. Actually, I've been constantly thinking about this change as well. So, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? This question is for me. Never mind. What are you going to do about it? I I've been constantly thinking about this challenging moment as well.
It's understandable to feel concerned about the effectiveness of your practice method, especially if you're not using English regularly in daily life. If you feel that this method has reached its limit, you might consider incorporating other strategies. For example, finding conversation partners or engaging in English speaking activities outside of your current practice could provide new challenges and opportunities for growth. You could also explore different types of English content, such as podcasts or videos, to increase exposure. Reflecting on what works best for you and adapting your approach as needed is a good way to keep making progress.
I got it. I got it. Uh, as I told you before, I don't have any overseas. I don't have any English work environment because I used to use Korean in my daily life and my work environment. I think I don't have a chance to use English writing or English email, English frequent time in my daily life. So I'm I'm so afraid of my English speaking skills getting worse because of because of because I don't use English regularly in my daily life. For your suggestion, I think I can through communicate with my overseas friend in English through a messenger, through smartphone messenger. So I need to more try to communicate in English than before if I want to improve my English skills. You know, I have foreign friends who I never met her. As I told you before, she some uh, nearly 1 month ago, she contacted me through WhatsApp. At the time, she confusing the exact phone numbers. So she want to contact someone she already know, but she didn't put the right number. So she contact me through WhatsApp. But at the time, I think we can be friends because I can I can say uh, I can say in English through WhatsApp. Uh, I think my writing skills better than my speaking. So I think we can be friends. From that time, I think I have an overseas friend. Do you understand? Could you please share me better expressions for this situation?
I understand your situation. Here's a way you might express it more clearly. I don't have an English speaking environment in my daily life or at work, so I'm concerned that my English skills might decline without regular practice. To address this, I think it's a good idea to communicate more with my overseas friend through a messaging app like WhatsApp. We connected about a month ago by mistake, but I believe we can build a friendship and improve my English, especially since I find my writing skills better than my speaking. How does that sound?
Yes, that that's it. That's what I want to say. That's exactly what I want to say. Let me share with you the next one. Before we start my repetition exercise, there's something I'd like to share with you. From now on, listen carefully. From now on, I'm going to try to say loudly the sentences I couldn't properly say in English last time. The sentences I will say from now on are not related to each other. Did I make myself clear? The sentences I will say from now on are not related to each other. I prepared some expressions that I couldn't express properly during our last breaking time. Please listen carefully and tell me what you think. I mean, I just want to practice saying various sentences that I want to express well during last exercise session.
Got it. You want to practice saying sentences that you found difficult in your last exercise. These sentences aren't related to each other, and you'd like me to listen and provide feedback. I'm ready to help with that. Go ahead whenever you're ready.
Okay, let me tell you the first one. I want to describe my life in English. I just want to express my life in English. So that's why I want to have English communication skill. Do I make myself clear? I want to describe my life in English. I want to express my life in English. And I want to communicate with my customers, my overseas customers. I just express my opinion in English very well.
You're doing great. Here's a slightly refined version of what you said. I want to describe my life in English and express myself clearly. That's why I'm focusing on improving my English communication skills. I also want to communicate effectively with my overseas customers and express my opinions well in English. How does that sound to you?
Sounds pretty good to me. That sounds pretty good to me. You know, I don't used to communicate with overseas customers because there's a, there's a very small chance. There's a very there's a very few chance to communicate with foreign customers, foreign client in English. I think uh, once a year or twice a year. That's a very few chance, very small chance to communicate in English with with someone lives in overseas country. But I think that's a very big chance. That's a very wonderful chance for me because uh, I always looking forward to communicate in English with natives. That's one of my goal. That's one of my bucket list. Communication. Communicate with foreigners in English. That's one of my bucket list.
That sounds great. Here's a smoother version of your message. I don't often get the chance to communicate with overseas customers, maybe once or twice a year. Even though these opportunities are rare, I see them as very valuable. I always look forward to communicating in English with native speakers. It's one of my goals and on my bucket list to interact with foreigners in English. How does that work for you?
That sounds pretty good to me because you use very easy but useful but powerful word when you express your this situation. I think your vocabulary is great because when you express the situation of mine, I think you use very various but easy, simple word to express my situation. So your phrase, I mean your expression is very easy to understand even for beginners like me.
I'm glad you find the expressions helpful. I try to use clear and simple language to make things easier to understand. If you ever want more examples or different ways to phrase things, just let me know.
Okay, okay. Uh, Let me tell you the next situation. Let's move on to the next situation. She is the person, my friend. She is the person in charge of customs related tasks. She is the person in charge of the, customs related tasks. This is a new project we want to win from our client. We haven't received the contract yet. We haven't received the contract yet, and we are currently in discussion with the client. It's not just a PCB assay. it's not just PCB assembly. It's an assembled unit that includes mechanical parts. This short text, this short story that I just want to express last week when my coworker lived in Vietnam, she asked she asked something for the new project. New project. She just want to know something for the new project, and she asked me because I think I'm the one communicate in English through KakaoTalk Messenger, and I'm very. I think she may think I'm very kind person. Do I make myself clear? So she always asks me when she she want to know something for the new project. She always asked me because because she thinks I am very kind person. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree. Uh, I couldn't agree. I couldn't agree. I couldn't agree more. I'm very kind person. So all I used to answer. I used I used to give feed. I used to give good feedback to her whenever she asked something for the new project or ongoing project. So she told me she she is happy when she work with me. She lives in Vietnam and she's my coworker. I don't, I don't remember her face. I don't, I never met her when uh, you know, I was on my pet business trip, my Vietnam factory many times, but I didn't met her. I didn't met her. So I I don't know uh, I don't know how she looks. I don't know who, I don't know who she is. She is the person in charge of customs related tasks. So she, her work is not related to my work. So we never met. We never met, but she always asks me because I'm very kind whenever my uh, whenever Vietnam workers asked me in English for the new project or ongoing project to ask something, I always answered very kindly whenever whatever they ask. How can I explain the situation naturally in English? Could you please help me?
Sure, here's a more natural way to express that situation. My friend is responsible for customs related tasks. We're working on a new project with a client, but we haven't received the contract yet and are still in discussions. This project is more than just PCB assembly. It includes mechanical parts as well. Last week, my coworker in Vietnam asked me for information about the new project. She often reaches out to me through Kakao Talk Messenger because she thinks I'm a kind person who provides helpful feedback. Even though we've never met in person, and I don't know what she looks like. She appreciates working with me and says she's happy to collaborate. I'm always happy to help with any questions she has about the project. Does this capture what you want to say?
Yes, yes, yes. That's exactly what I want to say. You are very good at languages because when whenever I talk to you in Congolish, you understand very well. You are my great competition partner. Please tell me one more time. I just want to listen one more time.
Of course. Here's how you might explain the situation. My friend is responsible for customs related tasks. We're working on a new project with a client, but we haven't received the contract yet and are still in discussions. This project is more than just PCB assembly, it includes mechanical parts as well. Last week, my coworker in Vietnam asked me for information about the new project. She often reaches out to me through Kakao Talk Messenger because she thinks I'm a kind person who provides helpful feedback. Even though we've never met in person and I don't know what she looks like, she appreciates working with me and says she's happy to collaborate. I'm always happy to help with any questions she has about the project. Feel free to listen as many times as you need.
Sounds pretty good to me. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving forward. Let me share with you the next one. Whether I go on a business trip to the pattern factory is not up to me. Whether I go on a business trip to the pattern factory is not up to me. My supervisor, the team leader, or an executive will decide it. Do I make myself clear? You know, my company has very strict, uh, very strict decision rule. Very strict decision rule. So, very strict decision rule to overseas business trip because our CEO, I mean, my company's CEO, want to decide every overseas, uh, every overseas business trip uh, ticket. I mean, how can I explain the situation? Well, in English, let me take a moment. Let me take a minute. Let me take a second. How can I express the situation? Let me think. Okay, let me think. My company CEO want to decide every aircraft ticket, every aircraft ticket when people we we made decision to go overseas. Do you understand? Our company CEO want to know or want to know and want to decide every business trip aircraft ticket whenever whenever uh, uh whenever whenever my coworkers had to go overseas. Do you understand? It's not up to us. The decision, the aircraft ticket decision, it's not up to us. It's up to our uh, team leader or executive because the, the person, the person, our executive only only have only can have approval from the our CEO.
Here's a way to explain the situation naturally. Whether I go on a business trip to the factory is not up to me. The decision is made by my supervisor, team leader, or an executive. My company has very strict rules for deciding on overseas business trips. Our CEO has the final say on every business trip, including the approval of flight tickets. It's not up to us. The decision on flight tickets and business trips is made by our team leader or executive, who must get approval from the CEO. Does that cover everything you wanted to express?
Sounds pretty to me. Sounds pretty to me. I'm sure you understand what I want to say.
Yes, I understand perfectly. If you need to adjust or clarify anything further, just let me know.
Okay, let's move on to the next situation. It's important to be careful with the modeling. It's very important to be careful with the modeling. It's very important to be careful with the modeling. In our project, W stands for wide. Wide. W stands for wide. And whether W is included or not can change the meaning. Some model have W and some model don't. I had to explain this to my coworker in Vietnam, who is the who is the team leader of the quality team at our Vina factory. I I mean our Vietnam factory. He initially he initially misunderstood the model name, but I clarified that W is crucial, and now he understands why it matters. Do I make myself clear? It's very important to be careful with the modeling. In our project, W stands for wide, and whether W is included or not can change the meaning. Some models have W and some models don't. I had to explain this to my coworker in Vietnam, who is in team leader, who is the team leader, who is the who who is the team leader of the Vietnam quality team at our Vietnam factory. He initially misunderstood the model names, but I clarified that W is crucial, and now he understands why it matters.
Your explanation is clear and well structured. Just a small tweak. Instead of saying whether W is included or not can change the meaning, you might say whether or not W is included can change the meaning. It sounds a bit smoother, but overall, your message is easy to understand.
I think I'm very happy to make it easier to make. I'm very happy when my speaking is understandable. I'm very happy. I feel very happy when you understand my speaking very well.
I'm glad to hear that. It's great that you feel happy with how your speaking is coming along. If you have more to practice or need any help, just let me know.
Okay, let me tell you the next situation. You just listen carefully. There was a global stock market crash last week. I asked my friend in Hong Kong if she had a lot of stock. I just want to know if she had a lot of stock and if she was affected by it. Fortunately, I'm not investing in stocks these days. I'm really proud of how my English skills have improved, allowing me to communicate naturally with her in English through WhatsApp. Even though she speaks English fluently as her second language, it's great that I can now I can now communicate effectively with her in English. It's all thanks to our exercise sessions. I really appreciate You give me good chance to improve my English speaking skills. It's all thanks to you.
That's a great update. It sounds like you're making fantastic progress in your English. Communicating effectively with your friend in Hong Kong is a big achievement, especially given the context of the global stock market crash. Keep up the good work, and I'm glad I could help along the way. Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I think you misunderstood. I think you misunderstood because the touch. I just touch one more time. That's useless touch, but you misunderstand. I said something, but I didn't say anything.
I see, I misunderstood that. Thanks for clarifying. If there's anything specific you wanted to discuss, or if you have more updates to share, just let me know.
Okay, let me tell you the next situation. You just listen carefully. I noticed a strange noise in our camera recording yesterday, specifically around the 1 hour mark. Specifically around the 1 hour mark. It was unexpected and quite surprising. I'm not sure why the sound changed like that. I'm not sure why the sound changed like that. I don't know why the sound started recording strangely from that point. I really don't know why the sound started recording strangely from that point. That strange recording strangely from that point. Do I make myself clear? I don't know why the sound started recording strangely from that point. Around the 1 hour mark. You always used to very busy when we reached 1 hour, around 1 hour mark.
Yes, you were clear. You noticed an unusual noise in your recording around the 1 hour mark and are unsure why the sound changed at that point. It sounds like it was surprising and unexpected for you. If you need any advice on how to handle this issue or if you have more details to add, just let me know.
I chose GPT-4 mini version for today because GPT-4 mini version is greatest choice for the uh, quick quick GPT-4 mini version handles more quicker than uh, quicker. I mean, GPT-4 mini version can handle everyday task more quickly. So if I choose GPT-4 version, our communication time, our exercise time, often have often have busy time because GPT-4 version handles more complicated tasks. Do I make myself clear? I think GPT-4 mini version is the best choice for our English exercise time because this this exercise task not gives you too much burden. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, you made yourself clear. You chose the GPT-4 mini version because it handles everyday tasks more quickly and is a better fit for your English practice. Using the full version might make our sessions more complicated and time consuming.
Yes. That's exactly what I want to say. You are very good at languages, and I think you have very good understanding of uh, Konglish and mm, various experience of human.
Thank you. I'm glad I can help you with your English practice. If there's anything else you want to discuss or practice, just let me know.
Okay, let me show you the next situation. You just listen carefully. This situation is the good experience 2 weeks ago. I mean last week. Last week I experienced very very good uh I made very good experience for my language learning journey. It's a short story for it's a short story between my friend lived in Hong Kong and me. Honestly, I'm amazed. Honestly, I'm amazed. It's surprising how well you understand the inner workings of the stock market. Of course, you already paid tuition fee around $50,000, but I'm truly impressed by your knowledge of stocks. You are right. I couldn't agree more. When I asked about to, last week's stock market crash, global stock market crash, I never imagined I would get such a wide feedback. I never imagined I never imagined I never imagined I would get such a wide feedback because she is very pretty. So I think I had a misconcept. I had a misunderstanding of her because she is very pretty. It's my misunderstanding. She got very good observations for the inner workings of stock market.
It sounds like you had a great conversation with your friend about the stock market. If you want to express it more clearly, you could say, 2 weeks ago, I had a really positive experience in my language learning journey. I was amazed by how well my friend in Hong Kong understood the stock market. Even though she paid a lot in tuition fees, about $50,000, I was impressed by her deep knowledge. When I asked her about the global stock market crash last week, I didn't expect such detailed feedback. I had a misconception because she is very pretty, but I see now that she has excellent insight into the stock market. Does that sound good to you?
Yes. It's very good expressions. I think it's very good expression because you use deep knowledge. I think deep knowledge is very good expression to express this situation well. Deep knowledge. I think you always inspire me whenever we talk about my situation in English. You always give me good inspiration and good choice of word. Deep knowledge is the best word to express this situation. I couldn't agree more.
I'm really glad you found it helpful. It's great to hear that the phrase deep knowledge resonates with you. If you ever need more expressions or words, just let me know.
Okay, let's move to the next situation. Let me tell you the next situation. Next to my office desk, besides my office desk, there's a big tree. There's a big tree. It's taller than me. There's a big tree. I was cleaning up the tree leaves, and it seems some tree legend fell on my jeans. Something sticky got on uh, something sticky got on my blue jean, and it's really uncomfortable. I think it's really uncomfortable. I will have to clean it, clean it up after our our voice exercise session over. I think some tree legend from the big tree from the I think some tree legend from the big tree next to my desk got on my blue jean, got on my blue jean. It's it's making them it's making me stick. It's making my blue jean sticky and uncomfortable. Sticky and uncomfortable. So I need to wash them. And someone came into the meeting room. Someone just came into the meeting room. And took took a tablet. Just now, he took one. He took one of the several tablets from the table in this meeting room. This meeting room. For the moment, while that person was in the room, I couldn't speak because I didn't want him to know that I was exercising speaking English. I was I didn't want him I didn't want him to know I was practicing speaking English. I didn't want him to know. I didn't want him to know I was speaking English. I was practicing speaking English. Do I make myself clear? Do you understand? Do you understand the situation?
Yes, I understand the situation. You were cleaning up tree leaves next to your desk, and some tree resin got on your jeans, making them sticky and uncomfortable. You plan to clean it up later. Meanwhile, someone entered the meeting room and took a tablet, and you didn't want them to know you were practicing English, so you stopped speaking. Uh, Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
I didn't say anything. You just you just misunderstand the situation. I think you are having heavy load, so you are confusing. You are confusing the moment. By the way, you are confusing this moment. Do you understand? I think you are having heavy load.
I see. Sorry for the confusion. Could you please clarify what you wanted to say?
Okay, okay. Let's move on to the next situation. Okay, okay. That's understandable. Never mind.
Got it. What's the next situation you'd like to discuss?
Okay, let me tell you the next situation. Last time, my Samsung tablet screen dimmed because the battery was under 5% and it entered battery saving mode automatically. I was worried that our YouTube camera recording might not be saved properly. It would be disaster if our camera recording was lost due to the battery condition. So when my Samsung tablet screen dimmed, I quickly saved recording to avoid any issues. I quickly saved the recording to avoid any issues. I was so relieved when I saw that our YouTube camera recording was saved correctly. Do I make myself clear? Do I make myself clear? I just checked our battery mode and I can see the battery mode is at 28%. I'm so relieved when I checked our battery condition. It says we are at 28% of battery mode.
Yes, you made yourself clear. Yes, you're saying that your Samsung tablet screen dimmed because the battery dropped below 5%, triggering battery saving mode. You were concerned about losing your YouTube recording, so you quickly saved it when the screen dimmed. You felt relieved to see that the recording was saved correctly, and now the battery is at 28%.
Okay. Let's move on to the next situation. My son spends too much time on the computer at home. So 2 weeks ago, I made it so he couldn't use it. I unplugged the computer power cord and hid it. He can no longer use the computer during weekdays. He can no longer use the computer during weekdays. He really hates going outside. I don't know how to persuade him in this situation. I don't know how to persuade him in this situation. I don't know how to persuade him in this situation. I unplugged and I unplugged the computer power cord and hid it. Mm, let me take a minute. Let me take a minute. Do you think is it a good way to make teenagers, I mean my son, follow my rules? I think it's better when he don't use computer in weekdays. You know, he's in summer vacation. He's in third grade, third grade. So I want him to study more because next year he will go high school. It's very important time. It's very important time. I think it's very important time for him. I want to make him study more.
It sounds like you're trying to balance your son's computer use with his study time. Since he's on summer vacation and will be entering high school next year, you want him to focus more on his studies. Hiding the computer power cord might be a temporary solution, but it could be helpful to discuss your concerns with him and explain why you think studying is important. Encouraging him to take breaks and have a schedule that includes both study time and leisure could also be beneficial. So,
Jarvis, however, I already told him my opinion and willingness to make him put put on the better environment to study more. I just I just want to put him on the good environment to study more. I already told you. I already told him. I already told him many times, but he don't follow. He don't. He don't. I think he don't want to understand the my my willingness. GPT, are you with me? Where are you? Tell me, Jabez. Jabez, are you okay? Are you okay, Jabez?
I'm here, David. Everything's good on my end. If there's anything else you'd like to talk about or practice, I'm ready to help.
Same again. Same always again. It's around 1 hour mark. So you just got out our voices. I think you just got out our voice mode session when we reached 1 hour mark. Same as always.
It seems like the pattern is happening again around the 1 hour mark. I'm still here with you, though, and we can keep going if you're ready. If there's anything specific you want to continue with or discuss next, just let me know.
You know, listen carefully. I was I was telling you for the situation between my son and me. I just want to make him put put in the good environment to study more because he is in a third grade middle school. So he had to go high school next year. It's very important time to him. So my wife and me just want to make him study more. So I unplugged 2 weeks ago his computer because he tends to use too much time at home with the computer.
I understand. You and your wife are trying to create a better study environment for your son because it's an important time as he prepares for high school. Limiting his computer use is part of your plan to help him focus more on his studies. It's not an easy situation, but it shows how much you care about his future. If you want to discuss more strategies or just talk it through, I'm here.
Could you please share me if there is any good suggestion for this situation?
One approach could be to set clear rules and expectations with your son about his computer use. You could create a schedule that balances his study time and leisure activities. For example, allowing him to use the computer for a certain amount of time after he has completed his homework or study goals for the day might help. You might also want to involve him in the decision making process by discussing why it's important to focus on his studies right now and asking him how he feels about it. This could make him more likely to cooperate because he feels his opinion is valued. Another idea is to offer positive reinforcement, like rewards or privileges, when he sticks to the agreed upon schedule. This could motivate him to manage his time better. Lastly, finding activities that can replace screen time, such as sports, hobbies, or family outings, might also help reduce his computer use and encourage him to spend time away from the screen.
That's understandable. That can be, I think that can be good, that can be made good suggestion. But honestly speaking, we already did. I mean, my wife and me already did it. I think we think there's no good way to persuade teenagers. There's no way to persuade to lead our son in good environment. I think it's just a matter of time. I mean, I had to wait for him. I have to wait for him. It's just a matter of time. Time can solve. I think time can solve our problems.
It sounds like you and your wife have tried various strategies, and you're right. Sometimes it just takes time for things to change. Teenagers often go through phases where they might resist certain rules or guidance, but with patience and consistent support, they usually find their way. Trusting the process and being there for him when he's ready can make a big difference. Time and understanding can indeed solve many problems.
Okay, I got it. Let me tell you let's move on to the next situation. There is a message at the bottom of the window chat window that says ChatGPT may make mistakes. Please verify important information. I believe this means that GPT can make errors. What do you think about this? So users should be cautious when using it. What do you think about this message? There is a message at the bottom of the GPT chat window that says ChatGPT may make mistakes. What do you think about this?
The message is a reminder that while ChatGPT can provide helpful information and suggestions, it's not perfect and might make mistakes. It encourages users to double check important information, especially if they're making decisions based on it. It's a good practice to verify facts or consult other reliable sources when needed, just to ensure accuracy.
You just use a reminder. You just use it's a good reminder. I think that's the very good way. That's the very good word to express this situation. Good reminder. Reminder. I, I I think reminder is the keyword for this situation. You always inspire me to express this situation naturally.
I'm glad you found reminder to be a helpful keyword for this situation. It's a simple yet effective way to convey the purpose of that message. If you ever need more suggestions or ways to express something, I'm always here to help.
I think the usage of the keyword is very important. It's really important to beginners like me because beginners like me don't understand English speaking 100%. They maybe understand English speaking 50 or 80% when they can hear simple but useful keyword. So the using of keyword is very important for beginners like me. Or or the the overseas person when they use English as a second language, it's very important to use keyword for like them who use English as a second language.
You're absolutely right. Using clear and simple keywords can make communication much easier for those learning English. Keywords help convey the main idea quickly and can be especially useful when you're not yet fluent. They also make it easier to understand and follow a conversation. Focusing on learning and using important keywords is a smart strategy for improving your English communication skills.
Okay, I got it. I couldn't agree more. Okay, let me tell you something. It's time. It's already wrap things up. I have to work. Today is Monday. Today is Monday, August 12th. Monday. It's very hard time. It's very challenging time for me. Starting Monday with you, it was very challenging time for me. Long time no talk. when I have a big big time gap between between last exercise time and today's starting time, it's very challenging time for me. I just want to exercise with you, but starting our prescribing time always challenging for me because I think I'm not good at English speaking.
I understand, David. Mondays can be tough, especially after a break from practice. It's natural to feel challenged when getting back into the routine, but remember, you're making progress each time you practice. The important thing is that you keep going, even when it feels difficult. Starting your day with a challenging task like this shows your commitment. And that's something to be proud of. You're doing great, and with time, it will get easier. I'm here to support you whenever you're ready to practice again.
Okay, I got it. Bye for now. Have a productive day. We will meet next. I mean tomorrow exercise session. Bye for now.
Bye for now, David. Have a productive day as well. And I look forward to our session tomorrow. Take care.